This is where humble peanuts begin their transformation into perfect, crunchy peanut butter. Inside, a carefully choreographed production line keeps every step clean, efficient, and precisely controlled. To make the process visually clear, imagine each peanut magnified to giant size as it travels down the line. Robots guide and align the peanuts so every kernel meets the same high production standards.
Trained operators oversee the automated systems, watching real-time data to keep quality consistent.
From above, the factory floor looks like a carefully designed highway, guiding each peanut through its transformation steps. Precision engineering keeps every mechanical movement synchronized, preventing jams and protecting the peanuts from damage. Parallel lines allow the factory to handle massive volumes while maintaining the same care for each batch. The production is mapped from raw peanut to finished jar, so every stage can be monitored and optimized. Our story follows each peanut on its journey, from raw harvest to crunchy peanut butter ready for your table. The process begins as trucks deliver tons of dry peanuts from carefully selected farms. Here, the peanuts are unloaded into a sealed hopper to start controlled handling inside the plant. Vibrating feeders spread the peanuts evenly, preparing them for precise weighing and sorting.
Integrated scales measure each batch, ensuring the exact quantity enters the process every time.
Mechanical screens remove unwanted objects like stones, sticks, and dust from the incoming peanuts.
Metal detectors protect the product by automatically rejecting any batch containing metallic contamination.
High-velocity airstreams strip away light debris, leaving cleaner, more uniform peanuts behind.
In some lines, peanuts are washed to remove surface dirt, improving both hygiene and appearance.
Excess water is carefully drained away, so the peanuts enter roasting at the correct moisture level.
Human eyes still play a crucial role, removing imperfect peanuts to protect flavor and consistency.
Optical sorters use cameras and software to detect flaws and eject peanuts that do not meet strict standards. Good peanuts move forward to become peanut butter, while rejected kernels are diverted for other uses or disposal.
After cleaning and sorting, only the best peanuts advance to the roasting stage, where flavor is unlocked.
Quality technicians test samples for size, moisture, and appearance to confirm the line remains within specifications. With raw quality assured, the peanuts are now ready for carefully controlled roasting to build flavor and crunch. In continuous tunnel roasters, peanuts travel slowly through a heated chamber that toasts them evenly. Time, temperature, and airflow are balanced to deepen flavor without burning the delicate nuts. As the color changes, Maillard reactions create the rich, roasted notes we associate with peanut butter.
Some systems use rotating drums to keep peanuts moving, so every side receives uniform heat exposure.
Operators can adjust recipes on screen, fine-tuning roast profiles to deliver the desired crunch and aroma every time.
Non-contact sensors measure peanut temperatures in real time to confirm they reach the target roast level. Visible vapors signal that moisture is leaving the peanuts, concentrating flavor and texture in the kernels.
Experienced noses still verify aroma because subtle smell changes reveal whether the roast is just right or too far.
Technicians cut and inspect kernels to ensure the roast has penetrated evenly from surface to core. Multiple roasting lines allow large-scale production while still applying specific settings for different peanut varieties. Freshly roasted peanuts leave the hot zone in a steady flow, ready for carefully managed cooling and handling. The roast locks in the crisp texture that later contributes to the crunchy feel in the finished peanut butter.
Lab-scale equipment allows the team to test and validate roast settings, before changing full-scale production parameters.
At this microscopic scale, you can see the surfaces that will later shatter into crunchy pieces inside the jar.
After roasting, the peanuts must be cooled and carefully shelled to prepare their clean kernels for grinding.
Cooling belts use forced air to gently lower the peanuts' temperature without damaging their structure. Controlled cooling prevents over-roasting and helps preserve the desired color, crunch, and flavor profile. Once cooled, peanuts enter a sheller, where mechanical rollers gently crack the outer skin and shell. The design carefully balances force, so shells fracture, while the edible kernels remain mostly intact. Vibrating tables separate lighter shells from denser peanut kernels, using differences in weight and movement.
Air classifiers lift away fragile skin and shell pieces, leaving clean peanuts behind for further processing.
Through transparent chutes, you can see the separation in action as waste and product move in different directions.
Human inspectors perform a final check, picking out any residual shell pieces or off-size peanuts by hand.
Size grading ensures that only kernels with the right dimensions are used for the crunchy texture profile.
Separate silos store kernels destined for various peanut butter styles, including extra crunchy and smooth varieties.
When production calls for crunchy peanut butter, kernels are released from the silo in controlled batches. Technicians verify each batch to confirm that size, color, and roast level match the requirements for grinding.
These clean, roasted kernels are now ready to be transformed into a smooth base with crunchy inclusions.
The kernels travel in a sealed path to protect them from contamination on the way to the grinding stage.
In the grinding room, mechanical energy will transform whole kernels into a creamy base ready for crunchy mix-ins.
Peanuts are fed into grinders, where rotating plates break them round into a thick, warm paste.
Gradual grinding releases peanut oils and creates the creamy base that defines peanut butter's texture.
The fresh paste flows out warm and smooth, ready for fine-tuning with additional ingredients and crunch.
Pumps move the paste through closed pipelines, keeping air and contaminants away during transfer to mixers.
Inside large kettles, mechanical agitators blend the paste evenly to ensure consistent texture throughout the batch. Salt is added in precise amounts to enhance flavor without overpowering the natural peanut taste.
Sugar balances the flavor profile, giving the peanut butter a pleasant sweetness that many consumers expect.
Additional peanut oil helps tune the spreadability and ensure a rich, smooth mouthfeel in each spoonful. Sensors monitor viscosity and temperature, allowing operators to adjust mixing to hit the desired creamy consistency. Technicians visually check flow and texture to confirm the paste moves smoothly without being too runny or too stiff.
To create crunch, some roasted peanuts are ground more coarsely, producing crispy fragments instead of a smooth puree.
The amount of crunchy inclusions is carefully measured, so every jar delivers the same bite in every spoonful.
Coarse pieces are added near the end of mixing, so they stay intact and clearly crunchy in the finished product.
The result is a thick, creamy peanut butter speckled with crunchy peanut bits in every swirl.
Once the recipe is just right, the crunchy peanut butter is transferred to holding tanks ready for filling jars. On the packaging line, clean jars arrive in perfect formation, ready to be filled with crunchy peanut butter.
Precision guides ensure every jar is aligned, so filling can be fast, accurate, and spill-free.
Metered pumps deliver the exact programmed amount of peanut butter into each container on the line. Inside, you can see the suspended crunchy fragments that give this peanut butter its signature bite.
Leveling stations smooth the surface to a uniform height, ensuring consistency and a neat appearance under the lid.
caps arrive on their own mini conveyor and are pressed onto jars with automated capping heads at high speed. Capping machines apply a controlled torque so lids are tight enough to seal, but still easy to open at home. Tamper-evident seals add an extra layer of protection, showing if a jar has been opened before purchase.
Labeling stations apply brand and ingredient information in precise positions on every jar at high speed. Inkjet or laser coders mark each jar with traceability data and best before dates for safety and tracking.
Checkweighers verify that every jar contains the promised amount, rejecting any that fall outside the set limits.
Vision systems scan jars for missing labels, crooked caps, or other visible defects that could affect quality. Any jar that fails an inspection is automatically removed for rework or disposal to protect the brand's reputation. Approved jars continue down the line, forming shimmering rows of ready-to-pack crunchy peanut butter.
From here, jars gather in controlled groups, waiting to be packed into cartons for shipment worldwide. Manual and robotic packers work together to load jars into cartons in fixed patterns for safe transport.
Careful arrangement prevents jars from shifting or colliding during shipping, protecting lids and glass or plastic bodies.
Case sealers close the cartons with adhesive or tape, locking the jars inside and reinforcing the structure. Labeling machines mark each case with product codes and destination information needed for distribution logistics. Robotic palletizers build tall, stable pallet loads, optimizing space while keeping weight evenly distributed. Specialized grippers lift several cartons at a time, increasing throughput without sacrificing placement accuracy. Stretch wrapping stabilizes the load, keeping cartons tightly bound together for long journeys.
Pallets rest in organized warehouse racks, waiting for orders from retailers and distributors around the world.
Forklifts move finished pallets to loading bays, where they are staged for truck or container loading. With pallets on board, the peanut butter leaves the factory, headed to stores and homes near and far.
Away from the factory floor, the finished jar becomes the familiar product you recognize on store shelves.
Inside, the creamy base and solid peanut fragments combine to create the distinctive crunchy texture.
When spread on bread, the peanut butter forms a smooth layer dotted with satisfying little peanut chunks.
From raw peanut to roasted kernel, from grinding and mixing to filling and packing, every step shapes the final experience.
This jar represents a carefully engineered journey, turning simple peanuts into perfect crunchy peanut butter ready to enjoy.